Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's segment of Breaking Bannock. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jeanette Bruce. I'm the program coordinator at Whistler Public Library, but I'm taking over the SLCC's Facebook page today. So thank you for having me. I would like to express my gratitude that we are able to be virtually gathered today on the shared unceded territories of the Squamish Nation and the Lilwat Nation. We are so lucky to live, work, and play on these territories and to have a beautiful center like the SLCC in our community. If you're joining us from outside of those territories, please let us know. I'm always curious to know where folks are watching from. And if you're watching us on Facebook, that's where we're live streaming right now. You can leave a comment and let us know where you're watching from. And if you want to say hi to Maggie, you are welcome to do that as well. Maggie, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Maggie Wallace. I am from the Lilwat Nation. I work in the Thunderbird Cafe here at the SLCC. And yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being part of this series, Maggie. So, we are going to start from the beginning, or a beginning, because I know that you were part of the Indigenous Youth Ambassador program. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, I did my IYA program back in 2009. So I was still in high school. And then after I did, well, I found out about the program through school. It was a summer program that they were running. And so I applied and I did the did it during the summer, and then after the summer was over, I went back to school and finished school, and just kind of stayed on part time after that. And here I am working, still working here.
Now, if anybody watching doesn't know about the IYA program, can you tell us a little bit about what you actually did as an IYA, like what the sort of day to day was like?
So an IYA is Indigenous Youth Ambassador program that we run to give training to all of our local youth, our First Nations youth from both the Squamish and Lilwat Nation. We provide transportation to and from the center for this training, and all this training typically involves uh, some of it's public speaking, like because we have to do the tours up in the main hall, and then they work on their tickets for their food safe and their first aid. First host and super host. And this is just to give them qualifications so that they can move on and get a get a full time job. You know, just to kind of kickstart our local youth.
And I guess you sort of get to try a little bit of everything, right? So you can sort of get a feel for where you might fit in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, as a part of the program, all of our youth are required to work in all departments. So they alternate between doing the tours and running the desk, the admissions desk, coming in and helping in the cafe, doing retail sales with the gift shop. Some even go right into even maintenance and help our maintenance team maintain the building. It's a big building.
And I guess from our previous conversation, you told me that once you finished your IYA program, you worked as an alternate part time. So that sounds kind of similar, right?
Yes, that is pretty similar. So I was basically filling in the breaks throughout the building. So I come in and I work in the front desk for a while in the morning, and then when we're shifting out for breaks throughout the day, I would go into do a tour, go downstairs and work in the gift shop and cover their lunch break. And then once that's over, I go over to the cafe and do the same there, and just kind of just so that the team shifts around and everybody gets a break.
We have a job like that at the library, well, during normal times, and we call them the break hero.
Mm.
It's very important. Now, I'm wondering, was it during your IYA session, or maybe working as an alternate, that you figured out that you wanted to work in kind of the food service area? When did you realize that?
Well, I had I guess it was just kind of came naturally, like when it came to doing anything. When you're doing something and you don't really have to think about it and you just kind of go along with it, and it's what you want to do. So that's eventually how I started working more in the cafe and kitchen, because it was I guess I'm sorry. uh,
You're doing a great job.
well, yeah, it just came to me, and I just started getting more and more hours in there. And over the years, some years during the winter, when business would slow down, I would actually go part time into the gift shop and retail. And then during the summer, I would shift back to full time cafe and kitchen, because summertime was always our busiest time of the year. Uh, a lot of travel trade coming
Mhm.
through Whistler pre-COVID.
Of course. I hear that you may have learned how to make bannock from your mom. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. My mom would, growing up, my mom would always make us bannock, and she always did all the main meals. We're a big family, so bannock was one of the go-to fillers for meals. And she would always make it like whenever we'd have soup or stews, or even just a midday snack. She'd make it, and we'd have it with jam and peanut butter. And yeah, I learned it from her. And one time I was with my friends and they wanted bannock, so I just called her up and asked her to do it. And that's kind of when I more started getting into doing it more, when I was younger, anyway.
Mhm. Now, I'm curious, is the recipe that you would have used with your mom the same recipe that you would use at the SLCC?
Yes, it's pretty similar. The only difference is because we're making it for such a large volume at a time. Instead of doing the spoon and drop method on a frying pan, we use a deep fryer and we roll the dough out onto the counter. And we use a bread cutter to just cut the squares out. And it's just, it's a faster process than the shallow deep fry or shallow pan fry.
Mm. Yes, that makes sense. Definitely. I know I didn't prep you on this question, but I'm dying to know because I love Bannock donuts. Do you use the same dough for the donuts, but you just process it differently? How are they different?
Um, no, that one is a different recipe that actually Theodora came up with. And that one is a yeast dough recipe. And just because we needed a different texture, and this recipe actually comes up with like a pocket once it's fried, and it typically fries a lot faster than our bannock dough. Our bannock dough takes like a couple minutes on each side, when the donuts actually it's more of like 1 minute on one side and like half a minute on the other.
Very good. Okay, this is good. I know I'm asking for trade secrets here. I promise I won't make you reveal any like secret ingredients. Oh, and we have some comments over on Facebook. We
Okay,
have Tanya watching. Hello, Tanya. We have Lydia Wallace. Is that a sister?
that's my sister.
Your sister? Olivia. Hi, Olivia. And we have Marissa as well. I think that's a sister.
Yep, okay,
Hi, Marissa. And we have a Dale. Hi, Dale. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is awesome. And if you have any questions for Maggie, you are welcome to ask them in the comments. Keep them easy, folks. Let's take it easy on Maggie today. We do have some new comments. Beth, hey Maggie. Hi Beth. Thanks for watching. And a Christy Wallace. Is that a relative?
Yes, she's my sister as well.
Awesome. Wow, your family is out. They're represented today. That's
Mhm.
awesome. Thank you, Wallaces.
Yeah.
So, Maggie, I understand that you are doing kind of an apprenticeship right now. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, my level two apprenticeship has actually come to a completion for this time, and they won't be doing another intake until the fall for the level three Red Seal program. And yeah, my level two went great, and some of the practical assessments got canceled because COVID, but I got to do my final test online, and yeah, I passed, and I'm gonna get the summer off.
Now, for those of us who are not in the food service industry, what sort of things did you learn in this level two apprenticeship?
Well, level two apprenticeship went a lot more into the math side of managing a kitchen because it was we have to figure out food costs and different ordering and inventory, and we also went a little bit more in depth in the nutrition side as well. Um, Yeah. And a lot of the other stuff I went through covered in level one as well. So it's basically a review and then just kind of upgrading my knowledge with the different math and food costing and all the different percentages that fit in there as well.
Do you enjoy that side of the job, or yeah?
It presented a new challenge for me again. I was never the greatest at math, but here we are. It's part of the job now, and it actually wasn't as difficult as I was leading myself on to believe it was going to be. So there was it did become a little bit fun after a while.
That's good to hear. I mean, it's yeah, I guess every job is like that where there's the part that you sign up for, and then there's everything else.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed the other stuff. Now, I imagine that a lot of the people watching have been to the Thunderbird Cafe at the SLCC. But if we have people watching who have never been there, can you tell us about kind of a typical non-COVID day at the Thunderbird Cafe?
Sure. Well, Thunderbird Cafe wouldn't typically open until 10 o'clock, so we're half an hour behind the rest of the building because there's a little bit more setup involved with us. So we got to get the coffee going and all of our different baked sweets out and our hot pots running. And in the morning, sometimes we would start off just like mainly coffees and teas in the morning if there was guests present. Of course, it also depended on the type of day it was, whether it was nice and sunshiny like today, or if it was a rainy day. Rainy days were usually when people were running to go find somewhere indoors to be.
And well, there are two dishes that sort of represent the Thunderbird Cafe. I would say. And can you tell us about those two dishes and I guess how they sort of like form the basis of the menu?
Well, yeah, that would be our salmon chowder, and some people call it the Squamish salmon chowder, just because it's salmon. They're on the coast, and then we also have the venison chili. Those are our two main staples of our menu, and yeah, the chowder is like it's really nice and rich and creamy. That's something you kind of crave on a nice cold day. Same with the chili. Chili is always if you like chili, then that's the way to go.
And speaking of the chili, there's another item, the Bannock Taco.
Mhm.
Oh, it haunts my dreams. Can you tell us about the Bannock Taco?
Well, on our menu, it's also mentioned as the local favorite. And ooh, hi.
Sorry, that's my cat. He has to be in every Zoom call that
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
ever on. Sorry, go ahead.
So our Bannock Taco is if you're really hungry, the Bannock Taco is the way to go. It's a nice, great filler. So we started off with the Bannock in the bottom. We throw our venison chili on with all of your typical taco toppings, which would be the salsa, lettuce, or greens with sour cream and green onions. And you know, who could say no to that?
Truly, who could say no to that? For those of you who are not, sorry, the cat's here. For those of you who don't live in Whistler or don't know where the library is in comparison with the SLCC, it's probably a good 15-minute walk from the library to the SLCC, and we have hour-long lunches, and probably once a month we would like try to orchestrate, okay, if we leave right at noon, then we'll get there in time to have a Bannock taco and like run back to the library after our lunch break. It is the perfect lunch. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Now, okay, I know that bringing home the Bannock is not going on right now. Am I correct?
Uh, no, it is not. And
Okay, it's on pause, I guess.
definitely. And I'm not sure when we are going to start that again. Probably around the same time as when the reopening is going to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For those of our audience members who don't know about the program, can you tell us a little bit about like how the team sort of came up with this idea? I guess it was motivated by the pandemic, right?
Yeah, I guess it was, I think last summer was typically around when it was started. No, I was at home in quarantine, but from what I gathered, was we pick an item from the menu and we would sell it as like a take home item, something you could bring home and reheat. So we would package it up cold and then send it out, or if it wasn't getting delivered, and then delivered locally anyway, and then our guests would come by and they would pick it up.
Sorry, I I have a human just outside of the screen. This is what working from home is like, folks. I know that I really enjoyed the Breaking Bannock program. I think I ordered everything at least once, but really it was all about the Bannock donut for for me. Because of course you couldn't order the Bannock taco. I can't imagine it would travel very well, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was yeah, because the bring home the bannock was set up was that we would package things cold and then
Mm,
send it home for people to reheat with reheating instructions. So
mm, mm. I guess technically you could have assembled your own Bannock taco once you got it home. But part of the charm of the Bannock taco is that you have to go to the Thunderbird Cafe and enjoy it.
and then
um,
environmentally, it would be a lot of different small packages because of the various toppings. So kind of a
yes,
little unpractical.
very true, very true.
Unless
Is
you order the chili and
mm,
then get it with bannock, and then you get all like your own salsa and lettuce,
mm,
cheese.
mm. That's a life hack right there.
Yeah, there you go. And then you can kind of build your own at home
Yeah,
instead of us
yeah.
building it, and then
Hmm.
it kind of loses its integrity after a while.
Mm. Yeah, I would think so. Now, you just kind of sparked a question in my head about sustainability and whether was that a part of your training in the level two apprenticeship, or do you talk about that in sort of the food service industry training?
Well, we here at the SLCC, we typically try to be environmentally sustaining. Like we're trying to avoid anything that's like portion packaged. Like back when we did the travel trade tours, we'd always have like these little packages of jam and peanut butter and butter. So we kind of tried to eliminate those, and we instead for when we were open was we'd have these small containers and individually um, prep it in the morning. We would set up all of our butter and our jams, and we don't have peanut butter right now, but back then we would too, and that would just eliminate the single use products. And And I know some of our packaging, sometimes it's harder to get, but we get the compostable um, packaging instead of the recyclable ones. And it's just a little more environmentally friendly. Even our washrooms and water systems are trying to be set up like that here at the SLCC.
Nice. We love to hear that. Our friend Allison Pascal left a comment on Facebook saying the Bannock Taco tastes better when someone else makes it, which I can't argue with that. um, Now, Maggie, I know we are in kind of a weird time right now, and of course, the SLCC is closed until May 25th. Do you happen to know what might be coming up for the SLCC this summer?
Well,
Any ideas?
well, I think what we are going to be looking into is different salad options during the summer. I think we will be bringing back one of our old favorites was the salmon, the cedar plank salmon salad, and that we serve that with our greens, and we lightly cure the salmon with some maple syrup, and then we bake it on a cedar plank, and then when we portion it up and we serve it, it's just so good with the berry dressing and the various veggies that we have, the seasonal veggies.
I can't wait to have one of those.
So good.
And for folks who are watching at home, the best way to keep in touch with the SLCC right now, I think, is by following them on Facebook. May 25th is the big day that we're all waiting for to see if travel restrictions will lift and see what Dr. Bonnie Henry tells us we should be doing. So let's all cross our fingers that we can get back into the SLCC soon.
Reopen and sit outside maybe, and
Yeah, that sounds great.
yeah, summer's coming up. It's going to be amazing out.
It is. It's coming. Well, Maggie, that's pretty much all I had planned to ask you today. I was curious if you wanted to tell us, do you have any hobbies that you pursue outside of work? Are you a crafty person? Are you an artsy person? What do you get up to when you're not at the Thunderbird Cafe?
I was a little bit more artsy before and enjoyed reading fiction novels. Right. My latest hobby would be tending to the garden at home. I've got a small little garden that I'm working on. I just started my seeds and got a bunch of little sprouts going now, and pretty excited about those. And even some of my flowers started sprouting, so I'm pretty excited about that.
I just started gardening last year and I'm hooked. It's so
Mhm.
fun. I talked to all of my plants during lockdown.
Yes, yes. Always speak positively to them because
Oh
that's
yeah,
what makes them grow.
definitely. Like this guy back here, he
Oh
gets
yeah.
a lot of positive talk.
Uh,
Well, Maggie, I want to say thank you again for being here for Breaking Bannock. It's been great chatting with you today.
Thanks
And
for having me.
is it any final words for our audience? We still have lots of people watching on Facebook.
Well, I hope they enjoyed our little talk, and please excuse my moments of brain fart there. But thank you for joining us today. It was great. I'm glad everybody came to watch us, and I hope you still have a
Absolutely.
great day.
Thank you, Maggie. Christy says you have a green thumb, just like your dad.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you to everybody who's joined us. And in case you want to share this video with friends, family, the video will be available as soon as we log off of our chat here. The video will be available on the SLCC Facebook page, so you will be able to share it with anybody you please. And before we go, I want to run through our list of upcoming guests. So next up on May 27th, same time, same place, noon on the SLCC Facebook page, we're going to be talking to cafe lead Tylas Smith. On June 3rd, we are going to be talking to Manager of Operations, Moody Dan. On June 10th, we're going to be talking to Accounting Coordinator, Ryla Sampson. And last but not least, on June 24th, we'll be talking to Retail Supervisor, Victoria Saddleman. So I'm really looking forward to all of these conversations. You will be able to join us for every one of those right here on the SLCC Facebook page, noon on those dates, almost every Thursday in June for Indigenous History Month. And I think that's about it. Don't forget to follow the SLCC on Facebook if you want to keep up to date with what's going on at the center. Okay, I think we're going to say goodbye to Facebook.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.